Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to the first transfer update show I've done this season. I'm sure you guys remember this from last season. We used to do a lot of these regular transfer update shows. If you guys want to see more content like this, let us know in the comment section below. And also, while you're there, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification button as well. Check out my personal channel. Link will be down in the description below. And let's get into it. The big summer clear out. We have been anticipating this for months, and as soon as Pochettino's come through the door, players look to be walking out of that exact same door. There is so many news topics to get through, so many players that could be staying, that could be leaving. In this video, we're going to be giving you the latest updates on every single one of these transfer rumours. We'll talk about the likelihood of the player leaving, and we'll get your thoughts. We will just get your thoughts, simple as. There's plenty of players to talk about. Kovacic, Aubameyang, Havertz, Mount, Colwill. I think there might be a few as well. I'll see. I've got a bunch of topics on here to get through. We're going to start with Mason Mount. Just get this bum out of the way because he's probably going to be the first out the door. Mason Mount has agreed terms with Manchester United. It took all of 2 days since Pochettino taking over for Mason Mount to agree terms. And the fan base has finally started to realise that Mason Mount is leaving. Mason Mount isn't as proper Chelsea as people make him out to be. I got called an agenda merchant, a hater, a Mason Mount hater, and all of these sorts of crap. An agenda merchant, all because I was saying since February, Mason Mount clearly doesn't want to be here. Mason Mount is clearly leaving. He wouldn't be talking to Liverpool. He wouldn't be being benched throughout February to May before February he was playing every single game. If it had nothing to do with the contract situation reaching a point. And it looks to have reached a point. Mason Mount has already agreed personal terms very quickly compared to how it was with Chelsea. And I want to hear what United are offering him. And I want to hear what Chelsea were offering. Because the last we heard of any money on the table, it was about 180k to 200. Which I thought was too much for Mason Mount anyway. That brother should be getting 160k max. And that's it. And even that is a bit too favourable for someone who's been on a considerable decline over the last 18 months. He does look to be leaving though. United have dropped an opening bid of 55 million. Chelsea are looking for 85 million. But if we're going to be realistic, it will be Chelsea that lower their valuation of the player. And it won't be Manchester United who start adding more money. Because we are the ones who need to sell him. Mason Mount has 1 year left on his deal. And he's just not that good. Like, straight up, he's just not good enough to be worth 85 million. If you even get 60 million, accept it. Hell, I would have accepted the opening offer, personally. 55 million would have been more than enough for me to say, Mace, here is an economy class ticket to Manchester. Make sure you don't miss your train. That would have been me sorted. But Mason Mount will be done. All the stands, all the Minerals Army, and all of you guys, you can hold that. Cry more. You deserve it for repping a player over the club. And yeah, the Mason Mount saga is over. The race for Mace is finished as quickly as it started. Goodbye. Good riddance. Safe for 2021, but you're a rat. And yeah, big up. Proper Chelsea and all of that crap. Leave. On to, from one bum to another bum. Kai Havertz. Rumours are coming out today saying that Madrid think Kai Havertz is a player that could fit in their team and replace Karim Benzema. This morning, Florentino Perez, Jose Angel Sanchez and Carlo Ancelotti will have a meeting where they will make their transfer window plans. Now, I don't understand why Real Madrid would go from one of their most prolific goal scorers and complete centre-forwards of this generation to a guy who couldn't hit piss from a toilet if he was standing in front of the bowl himself. But I am not going to say anything. Generational talent, absolute baller. You need to play him in his natural position, Real Madrid. You need to play him in his natural position. But what a player. He will guarantee you goals, assists. He will carry the team on his back. He is a generational talent, my friend. And if you want to sign him, please. I would rather you didn't. But if you must insist, please, you must take him. Take him. I don't believe this shit for a second, just because I don't think Madrid are that dumb, but they have made stupid mistakes before. God willing, they drop a bid for Havertz, please. If we lose Havertz and Mount in the same window, do you know how gassed I'm going into next season? We're going to be losing two of the biggest bums holding this football club back. I am here for it. I am here for it. But we have to see if there's any truth to it. We'll have to see that, and that'll take time and everything. On to Kovacic. Chelsea have granted City permission to speak to Kovacic yesterday, and apparently they're very close on agreeing personal terms. Chelsea are apparently looking for around 30 to 40 million for Kovacic. I think this is probably the most straightforward deal. Like, I don't think there's going to be a lot of issues between City and Chelsea in terms of their valuation of the player. I think Kovacic wants to go to Man City. He's been looking for a new challenge all season, and you can see that with his performances on the pitch. Again, thank you for the memories. Time to say goodbye and all of that. Peace. Big up to Mateo Kovacic. And yeah, it's whatever, man. He hasn't been good enough this season anyway. And yeah, he's wanted to leave. I would rather he go abroad. But him going to Man City isn't really that deep to us, because we're not going to be title challengers next season. And I only see Kova being used as depth for City anyway. I think he'll be good depth. I'm not going to say he's going to be a bum for them or anything, but I just don't think it'll be anything that serious. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on all these topics down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Moving on to Aubameyang, who's got interest from Galatasaray. Also interest from Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and clubs in Saudi. He will be done within the next month. Oba doesn't want to be here. Chelsea don't want to keep him. It's a match made in hell. It's very straightforward. He will be out the door as well. Thank you for the goals against AC Milan, my friend. I wish we gave you more time, but Graham Potter had this weird fetish for Kai Havertz that I can't understand. But big up to Aubameyang. Big up to Aubameyang. Our last point is Levi Colwill. And Chelsea have rejected a £30 million bid from Brighton to sign Levi Colwill permanently and consider the player not for sale. And personally, I think 30 million is just straight up offensive. Because how do you put Cucurella up for 60 million? You reject 80 million for McAllister, Caicedo. God knows how much McAllister's going to leave for. Only 30 million for Levi Colwill, a player that you rate. Doesn't make sense. You should be trying to involve him in a Caicedo deal, personally. That would be smarter. But a £30 million bid. These lot think Chelsea must have some dead businessmen if they think we're going to accept that. That is not happening at all. Not happening at all. But it will be interesting to see what happens with Colwill and Brighton, because I do think Poch wants to keep him, and I do think he wants to utilise him for next season. So, I don't know. I think Colwill and Badiashile is great depth for us in a left centre-back position. If they want a left centre-back, have Cucurella back. Have him back on the cheap. I think that would work out better for all parties. Hudson-Odoi is going to be speaking to Pochettino in pre-season. Forest and Crystal Palace are interested in his signature. I don't think he's going to stay at Chelsea unless he's still trying to keep his original wages. And in that case, we're going to have to keep him as some sort of depth. Or maybe loan him out or something and pay half the wages. But I don't think Hudson-Odoi re-signs. I think this will be his last season at Chelsea. And yeah, the injuries just killed him. Injuries just killed him. He had a terrible time on loan at Leverkusen as well. So I don't really have any push to try and keep him. But that's all the outgoings for so far. There's still a couple more players that we need to try and get rid of. Pulisic, Ziyech, Loftus-Cheek is talking to Milan. We still don't know what's happening with the Kante situation. That's stalled as well. But it is all change at Chelsea Football Club. All change. I hope you guys are excited, because a lot of people said, oh, I'm looking forward to the clear out and everything. And then when it's one of their favourite players being put in the clear out, they suddenly get cold feet. It is fine. Whoever leaves, it is what it is. This squad finished 12th. If your name isn't Thiago Silva, Reece James, any of the January signings, bye-bye. I couldn't really care less personally. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I've said. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. And we are out. Peace and up the Chelsea.